Yo, what's up guys, Max here and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be focusing on how to get better at solos in arena mode. From the amount of support on the recent arena mode tutorials I've made, it is clear that you guys like these types of videos, and today I want to focus purely on the solo side of arena, which in theory should help you guys a ton. By the way, if you haven't seen my other how to get better at arena mode videos, which I made before the season 10 update, make sure you watch them, as there's still plenty of useful stuff in there. And it should definitely help you improve and do better in arena mode and scrims. Those videos will be in the top right hand corner of your screen right now. The tips and tricks I cover in this video will ultimately be focused on solos, but most of these tips can easily be transitioned into trios in arena, so it is worth the watch. Also, if you want to know the 3 best tips which don't require you to be amazing at the game to do well in arena mode, make sure you watch until the very end of the video, as they are really valuable and don't require you to be of a certain skill level. You'll see what I mean if you make it to the end, so make sure you do that. Anyways, one last thing before we begin, with the new season coming out a few days ago, make sure you guys use the code MAXGAMER7 in the item store if you are looking to buy something, as it would help me out a lot and it would be greatly appreciated. Without further ado though, let's get right into the video. So the first thing we're going to have to talk about today is the fact that arena mode has been completely reworked and everybody's points have been reset. So for the first few days or weeks, it will be easy for you guys to get into the mid and some of the higher divisions. With that being said though, the lobbies will be a bit unstable for the first week or 2 of the season, as literally everybody was downgraded to 0, and so the lobbies will consist of both people who are really good but haven't had time to play, and people who have just got the game and may have no idea what they're doing. So make sure you watch out for that. I don't think the bus fare should be too high by the time you get into divisions 4 or 5, but after that it will start going up, and gradually it will take away a decent amount of points every single game. So after a few days or weeks of this video being out, I'm not sure how long, but you guys will probably be able to get into the higher divisions, as I was saying, where you will get some good and some great players who are probably of a similar skill level to you. And that's when you should focus on landing in places that are a little more quiet and going for end games and wins instead of playing it like a pub. And now let's get into the tips for the tougher arena games and scrims I was originally going to tell you about before season 10 came out. So starting off, I'm actually going to be covering how important it is that you warm up before playing in arena mode or scrims. I also need to add that it's most important you do that when you're about to play solos, because you have to rely on yourself as you've got no teammates to help you. It is really good to go through a couple courses such as aiming, editing, and possibly just free building in your own block. Trust me when I say this guys, it really will help you a lot when you get into an arena game. When you're properly warmed up, everything will just feel much smoother in game, and I guarantee that within no time you guys will be hitting your shots and editing with good speed. A pro I recently saw doing free builds for warming up to play arena is SEN Booger, the World Cup solo champion for Fortnite. From what I was able to see, it helps him out greatly, and you guys should definitely try it for yourself to become more consistent in game. The next thing I will be talking about is how important it is to land at a place that isn't too hot of a drop but still provides a decent amount of loot. This is a crucial thing you have to think about when playing solos, as you don't need to go to a place too stacked up with loot because you don't have any teammates to split it with. So anything that provides a decent amount of materials and maybe has a vending machine nearby should be good. I'll give you guys an example. A spot I've been absolutely in love with recently is Viking Mountain. The place has a good amount of loot and the vending machine spawn nearby, which is pretty decent. It's also near the outskirts of the map, so it's not really populated, which is also great because I like going for placement and end game most of the time. And that actually brings me on to the main reason why it's good to land in unpopular places. Basically, landing in smaller towns or locations on the map will allow you to stay alive for longer and have much better items more consistently, as it does eliminate some of the RNG aspect of the game and lets you get those valuable placement points much easier. Ideally, you should have around 1 to 3 places you're comfortable landing in, just in case one of the places is first on the map or a hot drop, so that you have a little backup where you can go to, which should really be on the opposite side of the map. Anyways, moving on, I'm going to talk about the current meta in terms of your loadout in arena mode, and that should help you do much better in solos. Basically, heals and movement or utility are the most important things you literally have to carry in arena if you want to get better at endgame and go for wins and them high point games. The two most useful items to carry in arena mode at the moment are probably shockwave nades and stink nades. Things like grenades and boogie bombs are also good as alternatives, but they're mainly there for aggro plays, which can sometimes be good near the end game. In terms of heals, the two best ones right now in my opinion are minis and chug splash. They're both really quick to pop and do also give a decent amount of shield or health per use. It's better to carry these two because the healing you get is instant, unlike the things like slurp juice, but it also doesn't take a long time to pop like the chug jug. So if you ever try bring that into the last zone, it is a big mistake as you're just constantly gonna get pressured and will have no time to use it. Apart from that, all you really need is an AR and a shotgun. The combat is in my opinion way better than the pump right now, as it is just so versatile, making it the better option to go with. Finally, if you're ever lucky enough to get a power weapon like a heavy sniper or a rocket or grenade launcher, you can carry that as your third slot as it would give you a massive boost. Alright, the next thing I'll be talking about today is something really important that could make or break your game. As you all know, the two most exciting parts of arena games are probably the early and the end game, but the mid game is usually players just farming up and making sure they have the best loot possible to try and go for the win. It is also the part of the game that is least action packed, so many players just get bored and frustrated that they don't have anybody to kill and they decide to rush people. I'm sorry, but that is just not the way forward. Whatever you do, don't be one of them psychos and take dumb fights, as it could potentially cost you the game. It is very important that you don't just go for points from kills in arena and focus on placement instead. There's absolutely no point of taking 50-50s when you haven't even made it to top 25, as it will just make you constantly lose points. Just try and set up inside the middle of the zone in an area where there are some materials nearby so that you can replenish them and get back to the amount you were at before you started building. Then it's really up to you. If you have a decent amount of AR ammo, you can try to spray people when they're rotating, and sometimes it can get you a few kills. Apart from that, try not to do anything stupid like trying to take someone's wall in the open, as you'll just get beamed by the rest of the lobby. Alright guys, so if you made it this far into the video, I hope you know that you're all absolute legends, and for that reason I'm going to reveal the 3 key tips to success in arena mode to you in the next few minutes. Alright, so the first step I'm going to talk about is the most important one in my opinion, because it literally dictates how well you're going to do in arena mode. It's all about your mindset and being able to keep your cool. I know sometimes it can be hard not to blame the game for the way you died, but 99 times out of 100 you could have done something better to prevent that death, let's be real. For that reason, it's very important to be open-minded about the times you die, and it's crucial that you guys try to understand what you did wrong in that situation and work on that aspect of your game, as it will just help you in future matches. It's also very important to play the game without letting your emotions get to you, as it will just help you make better decisions and prevent you from playing super aggro because you're frustrated. This in turn will help you get better at arena, as you'll be making the right choices in game, leading you to getting more points and just improving at the game. The second tip I'll be going through today is watching pro players. It might sound weird at first because you may think that watching pros has nothing to do with improving your own gameplay, but you're wrong. Watching pros will allow you to see how the top players in the game get kills and win arena games and scrim games, and it will show you how many different plays you can do to get out of awkward situations, such as when you're on low health or if you have a low materials. Once again, a player I suggest watching right now is Booger. I've watched him a few times after he's won the World Cup, and his game is just so consistent, which is what you guys should be aiming for. The final tip I'm going to be going over is doing VOD reviews, and if you guys don't know what VOD stands for, well, it basically means video on demand, which is pretty much the process of watching back a pro's or your own games and analysing them to see what you or somebody else did right or wrong, which in turn will help you get better because you'll be able to do the right thing if it comes to a similar situation you saw in the replay. It's easier to say of course, and you guys shouldn't expect any major improvement from watching replays straight away. However, over time I guarantee VOD reviews will help you keep up with the meta and the strategies that are currently being used in Fortnite. Anyways, on that note, the video comes to an end, and if you guys found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and a comment if you guys have any questions or if you didn't understand something within the video. But apart from that, any kind words would also be appreciated.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss out on the best Fortnite tutorials and tips and tricks videos, and I will see you guys later. Peace.